What is going on, everybody, and welcome to Into My GT Entertainment, and I am Joel. Nice to see y'all on this lovely day, and I'm going to go back and do kind of a reverse review on Electra. A couple people have still been asking, what I've done to her, what she's got gear-wise, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to just go do a once-over on it. The supercharger size, horsepower, and stuff like that. So I hope y'all enjoy this video, and we'll catch you in a sec. As you can see, it's my 2014 California Special Whipple supercharged Mustang GT. Let's go ahead and start on the exterior of my baby. Let me flip this around to get y'all in the right frame of mind. All right, on the outside, I have changed the stripes. They used to be black stripes on this car. They are now white to go with the scheme that I had going on. It is a California Special, 2014. It originally came with 355 gears. I moved up to 373s, then back down to 331s because of the supercharger. Like I said, I did the GT 500 striping, at least a version of it, because I think it looks great with this color car, the blue and the white scheme. Not to be taking away from anything or trying to play it off as one. That's why it does say California GTCS there in the corner, because I'm not trying to make it look like anything that it's not. It's rocking the newest set of wheels that I have, or the CS1s from Carroll Shelby Custom Wheels. And again, I like these wheels because they throw a different look instead of having a black or a darker set. And I think it accents the slight bit of chrome that I have on the car itself. So, like I said, I'm running 275, 35s on the front. And then I'm back here, I'm running 305, 35, 20s in the rear. The rim size is a 11-inch rim, and the front is a 9-inch rim. Hold that thought for 1 second. Okay, so back to the car itself. And I also have, if you can see, LED markers, so the tinted ones. I got front and rear. Right there to go with the car. And like I was saying, with these particular wheels, the chrome badging, and then it kind of ties together with the rear of the car, because I left my deck lid factory. That kind of looks nice. It kind of gives little accents everywhere. So I'm running Corsa exhaust right there. And back to the side of the car. Looks just like the other side of the car. By the way, shameless plug, don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and all that good stuff. And please follow me on my Instagram at Into My GT. Very simple. For the braking system of this car, I upgraded to the Brembo brakes and got them color matched to my car. So it adds a nice little flavor between the car and the brakes themselves. And then if you could see the hood, it's not your standard factory hood. This is the Cervini's Stalker 2 hood. Like I said, it has the bumps in it. I call them the bumps, but you have the rise here and the rise here for the scoop. And then it goes back down. It's not a cow hood. It doesn't get into your view, and then it keeps kind of, it's not the factory vents, but it's factory, I guess, where they would naturally be in this particular hood. So it makes it, it gives it a little more, I guess, depth appeal. So versus, you know, one that you get that doesn't have the hoods at all, the vents at all. So hold on, and I'll get a better view of this. All right, there is the front view of the hood. My front grille, which is the factory grille. Everything in the front of this car besides the hood itself is factory. And then as you can see, it has the open scoop. I did wish for them to have a mesh or some type of protection for it, because if you could see, I don't know if you can, okay, there is the whistle blower, and sand and leaves and all sorts of stuff get blown in there. So I don't know if that kind of hurts or hinders. It does make you have to clean more, but you know, I'm always afraid of a rock or something going into there and then hitting the wheel itself, or chopping the belt, or whatever the case that could possibly happen. Not to say that it will, but you know, weirder things have happened. So let's move to the rear end of the car. All right, everybody, and the rear end of the car, as y'all should know by now, that I did upgrade the stereo in this car. It is a Focal system. These are 11-inch speakers. They're not 10s, they're not 12s. I don't know why they did it that way, but that's what they are. You got Rockford Fosgate amps in the rear, and it's all custom made. So there's no real access to the bottom. I do have a flip. Let me see if I can get it up real quick to get to some of the internals that I need to get to, but you ain't getting that tire out at any point. And then you can see my booster pump by MSD right there. And then always carry a spare belt is what I say. So there's one right there waiting in the background. So hold on real quick. Let's give you one more internal shot of the stereo. Alright, let's check her out under the hood. Alright, everybody, so there is the Whipple supercharger. It's a 2.9 stage 3. I forget which gen it is. I want to say it's a gen 2. It might be a gen 3. I don't know what gen we're up to. It's before they upgraded the head unit itself. So whatever gen that is, that's where I'm at. And as you can see, I got the Gates green belt on there. So it's supposed to be a lot tougher belt, but we'll put it to the test one day and see how it goes. I have the coil covers colored. I have the Boss 302 strut tower braces. They're colored matched. I have my stereo fuse, if you're wondering what that is. That goes to the stereo in the rear. Come over to this side. I have a dual reservoir setup, because if you own a Ford like this one, a 14 Mustang GT, and you have a manual, I guess it's most of them anyway, they only have this one reservoir. The problem that you end up getting is once you start putting horsepower behind it, your clutch itself will get soft, because there's like a plastic tubing, and that runs the brake and the clutch at the same time. So you'll either have brake fade, or you know, it works against itself sometimes. So what people have done, or what I've done, is separated the two. So now this is for clutch, this is for brake. And then I have changed the plastic hose to the braided hose that goes down. And then it kind of helps a little bit. I still need to put a new clutch in there, because, you know, with all its horsepower, it kind of tears it up a little bit. But, you know, we'll get around to that point at some point, right? by hook or by crook. And then over here, you'll see this little white tube right here. And it connects right on in there. And that's for my boost gauge. And so it's reading right off the top into the boost. So that's pretty much what's going on under here. And that is the filler cap for the intercooler, which you really can't tell where it is on this car, but it is down in this hole right here. I have the fan system. Let's see if we can look at that a little bit. Right there, I have the fan system, and then it's on its own intercooler, and then you have the factory radiator behind it. I know it's hard to tell from this angle, but you know, that's how it's set up. So let's move on to the interior. Before I get my big butt in there, let me give you an outside shot. With the California specials, you have a different door insert here with the horse. I think the other ones have the lines in it. And for the door, that's pretty much the only difference. Then you come over to the seating. You have the embroidered California special right here in leather. And then you have the Alcantara inserts. So if you're wondering what the difference is, and then it usually has California special mats, but I took those out. And then the rear is the same way with the leather and the inserts. And pretty much besides that dash, which is carbon fiber, all the GTs look pretty much the same inside, at least for this year. Like I said, I did upgrade the stereo. I had the basic regular old stereo with the CD player and stuff, and got rid of that and went over to this system. And then, as you can see, I changed the steering wheel to the flat bottom with the black stripe. They do also make it with the red stripe, and just to give it more of an aggressive look. And then it also goes with the same characteristics where it's the leather with the Alcantara, so it kind of ties in pretty well. And then there is the boost gauge right there. So let's go ahead and fire up the stereo and let me show you what I got going on with that. As you can see, I have the Kenwood Exelon stereo system in my car. Right there. Let me get this over here. And the reason why I went with this particular system is because it's compatible with Sync and Maestro. When you're doing your upgrade for your stereo, you know, you have all this as one piece. You have the stereo, the knobs, the heating, and everything else. With this, it's kind of nice because it works with your Sync system, ties into everything. So if you need to go ahead and talk to Sync, you know, it'll let you do it. Let me see if I can get her to say anything here. Hold on. Oh, I have her turned down. Sorry.
Line in.
There you go. So, like I said, it ties into it, the phone system, everything ties into everything with the car. So it's still having your factory. Plus you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and you know, so you have the creature comforts that you have, and you have a pocket up here, which you normally don't get. So you do have some storage that you also get. And then you have the USB here, and there's another USB right there in that corner. So that's the cool part. And then everything up here works the same way. Okay, now one thing that this does, if you've noticed here, there's no AC vents. I mean, no AC controls or anything. It's in the stereo. There's a button that says climate, and then there you go. You have your controls. So when you go over to cold, is all the way over here. Hot is over there. I don't know why in this video it's showing yellow. It's really red. So my colors are off a little bit there. And then you have your fan controls, your heated seats if you're equipped with them, AC rear, you know, defroster. So everything is there. So, and if you have the upgraded stereo where it had the climate control, auto stuff, that would change also in here too. So you have that option also. So what else do I have in here? All right, everybody. I just wanted to go ahead and go into the actual menu of the radio itself. As you can see, you have Sirius when it's in mirroring, excuse me, what it is when you plug in your Android radio or Apple phone or whatever, that'll change to whatever that is. So that'll give you the options for the Apple CarPlay or the Android Auto. The maps, if you're running, if you listen to Slacker Radio or Pandora or however, it'll give you those options in there also. And then as you can see, you have Sirius, AC radio, your Bluetooth, nav. Let me go hit the nav real quick. So you have nav, you hit the home button, and if you hit over here in this corner, it brings up another list off to the side here. So you do your iPod, USB connection. If you want to change the picture, the HDMI connection, you just get the little adapter for that. How you want to set up your audio, vehicle info. Now this will give you, have you ever had a code on your car or how tire pressure is or whatever? With the Mustangs, it doesn't give you the tire pressure for each side. These are a little false at the moment because I have my tire sensors turned off. That's for another story. But then, you have your check engine and what your voltage is on your battery. So let's say you have a check engine, this will light up and then it'll give you the code, and you can actually clear the code from the radio, which is kind of cool. Like I said, so you don't have to hook up anything to your car. It'll let you know what's going on. Hold on real quick while I get to the next. Okay, now back into here, you'll also see satellite radio, which you saw the other icon. So if you don't go with the Maestro kit, I think there's like a dumbed down kit, so you could just use whatever is in the car factory. So if you didn't want to go with the whole integrated system, you could still use some of that going on. The media stick, telephone, the same. Bluetooth streaming, if you want to stream from your phone and don't want to connect it to anything, it'll Bluetooth to it. The states that let you have radar detectors, you can hardwire it in to your car, so it'll give you that. The climate you already saw. Gauges, what it'll do, it will give you these gauges right here, and they're customizable. So I have my tach in the middle, I have my fuel, I have my timing, my miles per hour, and my air mass meter. Now you could change that if you're equipped with coolers and heaters and whatever for your transmission and other whatnots. Let me see if I can pull one up for you. Alright, this is one of the lists. Let me see if I can see here. Vehicle speed. Let me back it up. So each one's kind of in particular. So like right here, you could do your instant fuel, your intake temperature, your air mass flow, 0 to 60, your if you had transmission fluid heater, you could do torque if you had something hooked to it, timing advance. And each one, the ones that are grayed out are usually the ones that have already been used. And then yeah, exhaust temperature, external air temperature. So it does a lot. Braking distance, engine under load, so you can see what your load is, your acceleration, your air to fuel ratio, the battery voltage. So like I said, there's a lot of things you could do with this, and you can customize it the way you want to. So I think that was kind of a cool little add-on to it. So hold on real quick. And another thing I wanted to show you on the radio, if you could focus on this little corner right there, I'm going to try to get it. It tells you your telephone strength and your battery. So that's kind of cool. So, and it is a quick charger. So once you plug your phone in, it'll quick charge it. So let me go ahead and move to the outside of the car again. All right, I want to give y'all a quick little exhaust note to the car. I'm sure y'all won't be upset with that. So let me go ahead and get this set up, and I'll see you in a second. right, everybody. We're going to throw out some clips here of doing some spirited driving in Mexico. And let me know what y'all think, and we'll come back and close out this video. See you in a minute. So, all right, guys. So, what I like about this car also is the way the car is set up, you could drive it like a normal car. But if you didn't feel like doing that, let me show you what happens. Here we go.
Just like that.
Just like that. Alright guys, that's going to close out the video for today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, I just wanted to go back and recap Electra a little bit, since a couple people have asked, you know, this, that, and the other. So hopefully I answered some of your questions. If not, comment below and let me know what you think. And from Electra to you, y'all have a good day and stay safe, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.